Hi, I'm Shanta Navarro-Perez with the Presidential Living Team, powered by Compass, on a mission to make your real estate goals a reality, with a commitment to exceeding your expectations and dedication to providing concierge service. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Whether you're buying, investing, or selling in the vibrant Central Florida market, my goal is to ensure your experience is not just smooth, but truly exceptional. Let's turn your real estate dreams into a reality.
This is Marcus Richardson, President and CEO of Rich Group Financial. We look forward to working with you and helping serve you in the financial service arena. So what that really means is we're going to be able to help you with life insurance for your mortgage protection, make sure that's taken care of when you pass. We're also going to be able to help you for your final expenses to make sure your burial and things like that are taken care of. We also are able to help you with retirement. So if you're losing money in the market and you want to stop losing money, you don't want to keep losing money, we can help you with that. And we also can help you with Medicare. So if you want to make sure you got all that taken care of, please reach out to Rich Group Financial. You can find us at richgroupfinancial.com, or you can also send us an email at richgroup28@gmail.com. And we'd love to serve you and help you and bring you into the family.
All right. Welcome to the Pro Formula Podcast. I'm your host, Tarek Shabazz, and this podcast is all about professional development. So if you're trying to take your professional skills to the next level, you're in the right place. In order for us to be able to bring you this great content, I'm going to need you to like, subscribe, or hit that bell on our YouTube page. You can also go to our Instagram, or you can go to our Facebook account. We look forward to seeing you at our next show. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Welcome to the Pro Formula Podcast. I'm your host, Tarek Shabazz, and the whole purpose of our podcast is to help professionals get that upper hand and do what it takes to take their business to the next level. I'm out here in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. I'm with one of the Jacksonville East Side's finest, Mr. Los from Los Original 89. What's up with you, big homie?
Man, what they do, man?
It's all good. How's everything with you, man?
Everything good, man. It's good to link up with you, man.
Good to link with you, too. Before I even get started, man, I want to show y'all, man, this fresh fit that he put me up on, man. This is an 89 Original. You can catch this, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about how we can get that. But, bro, thank you so much. I feel so good. I feel like I want to go outside. I want to go out tonight, man.
Yeah, you know OG, man.
I'm trying to go out tonight. Absolutely, man.
So the OG sweat feet.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to just get started, man, and just talk a little bit about what you into these days. What you been up to, man?
Just grinding, man. Just staying focused on my kids, family, and just moving the brand, man. You know, it's made for the world to see.
Yeah, they gotta see this, man. Talk to me a little bit about, like, how did you get into fashion, man? We got a black fashion designer out here in Jacksonville. How did you get started with this, bro?
Well, you know, when I first started, like I said, I was a kid, and, you know what I'm saying, just natural stuff, like just watching certain music videos, watching certain shows, like Martin, you got Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying, growing up on, and just the love of hip-hop, too. Like, hip-hop played a big inspiration in starting to be a designer. And shout out to hip-hop, too, because they celebrated 50 years.
50 years of that,
yeah. 50 years of hip-hop.
I remember my mom and dad was telling me, man, this ain't going to be around in 10 years when we was bumping it when I was a kid. And it's like, yo, we've been here for 50 years and we still going.
Yeah, still changing the world. Yeah. So that was a big influence on me, man. Just watching music videos growing up. Certain entertainers, you know, Martin, you know, you got Will Smith.
They was that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was so, bro, had all the kicks, all the gear, everything.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, just naturally, like, I was excited about that kind of stuff when I was young. Like, man, look at the kids, man. Look at the fit he got on. Like, just all that stuff just was exciting to me, man. Another one, like A Different World.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with Wayne, you know what I'm saying, Dwayne, and you know what I'm saying, just other music too, just watching videos, like you got Missy Elliott,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying, I grew up on hip hop, so you know what I'm saying, like everything from Nas, you know, I always looked at not just listening to the music, but looking at how they was dressed, you know what I'm saying, so that was a big influence on me too, man.
It's crazy that we all see it, we was watching the same video. You was looking at it saying, oh my God, how can I do that? And I was stuck on the words. I was listening to the words, or I was hearing the beat. So when you start listening to the music and you start watching the video, when did you have this idea like, bro, I can do that. I'm going to start creating my own and I'm going to start, dabbing into this fashion industry?
Probably like around when I was young, I always looked at stuff like that. Like, man, I was like, man, I would look at videos and be like, man, dang, that's raw. Like that, the way they wearing that, but I'll wear it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have did it this way. Like I always had my own style of how I would have wore something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I do it this way. So that's how it started when I was young. Just looking at different music videos and TV shows and just looking at how people was wearing it. Like entertainers used to wear certain stuff. And I'd be like, man, dang, I'll switch that up, man. I'll wear it like this. So when I did get the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, when I got like in middle school, it just grew stronger to the point that like when I started wearing my clothes, when I'm going in the store to buy clothes, I'm literally looking at that. Like, man, in the stores, I'm like, man, this look good, but man, I would have did it this way. Like, so I'm touching it and looking at it like, man, you know what? Man, I can do this better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do it my way. I think it's a little better than this. Even though it was raw, it was nice, but I'm like, man, I'll put my touch on it and I change this. You know what I'm saying? People think it's dope for real.
I want to understand, like, walk me through. Are you trained in this? Because I'm wearing this, this is high quality. It feels good. The embroidery on this is so fire. Like, are you trained to do this, or how did you learn how to get into this, bro?
Oh man, it was just natural, man. Like I didn't go to school for this or nothing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me stop you right there. For everybody that's watching, please stop thinking that you got to have some kind of formal training. You got to just have some natural talent. Like Brett's just naturally talented. This isn't something that somebody taught him how to do. He taught himself, it sounds like.
Just doing me, man. Like I say, even on days when I wasn't dressing up, people be like, man, dang, man, you just always find a way to be fresh, bro. Like you ain't even trying. Like, and so people tell me, like, man, your brother, like me and my brother, they talk to my brother, like, man, your brother ain't even trying. Like, he just, like, it was just natural, man. It was just natural. Got to the point where, you know what I'm saying, when I found my style, man, it couldn't switch up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To the point, like, you just had to see me, you know what I'm saying? You see me, you be like, man, dang, that's fresh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's raw. That's raw what you doing, you know what I'm saying? Then when it was just effortless, you know what I'm saying?
Well, help me understand, like, when you got started, what did you start with? What did you start printing T-shirts, or like what was some of the first things and first products that you was putting out there?
Actually, the first thing I did was a sweater. It wasn't even a T-shirt. It was a sweater. And then I did a T-shirt. It was a clothing line I started called Pride Apparel.
Okay.
So I started it. I think I did probably a couple of T-shirts and probably like a couple of sweaters. But I just didn't have the resources that I needed to do what I knew I could do, you know what I'm saying, what was in my head. So I kind of fell back on it, you know what I'm saying, and other stuff was coming up, other priorities and stuff, so I fell back on it. So, man, I got, one day I was just going through life and stuff, and I was like, man, I need to get back to my passion. So I was like, man, well, let me start drawing again. A lot of that started from drawing too, like, you know what I'm saying, I used to draw. Well, I still draw now, but that was my first passion. So I started drawing again, and I was like, man, you know what? Man, let me try to do this clothing line thing again. Let me try it, because I just wanted to do it again. Like, that was my passion, so I jumped back on it. So, man, I'll never forget, man. I went ahead and made the design, got everything ready, and I had 24 shirts. I had 24 shirts just sitting in my back room. So, man, I ended up calling one of my homeboys on FaceTime. Because I was like, man, I don't think I should jump back in this clothing thing, man. I was debating, you know what I'm saying? So, shirts been sitting over there for about a couple months. Man, I got on FaceTime with one of my homeboys and another homeboy who was in the car with him. And they was talking to me and they was like, hey, man, what's in that box? You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, what's in that box in the corner? Man, we know you got something in there. I'm like, man, it's just some shirts. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, let me see the shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'll let y'all see it. Man, I pulled the shirt out. One of my homeboys, he was going to New Orleans. He was going to New Orleans and he was like, man, let me see the shirt. So I take the shirt out. Man, I said, man, these ain't dropped yet now, man. You know what I'm saying? I showed them the shirt, man. They just went crazy. Like, man, bro, I need that shirt, man. I said, damn, I ain't selling them right now. He said, man, I give you $100 for that shirt right now. And that's how I started, man. Ever since then, man, I jumped back on.
So you produced some shirts.
Yeah.
You wasn't even ready to drop them.
Wasn't even ready to
you
drop
wasn't even sure. It sounded like you weren't even sure if you wanted to drop them.
Yes, man.
What made you, so bro said, I'm going to give you $100 for the T-shirt.
That was my sign. Like, I looked at it like a sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was debating that, you know what I'm saying, in my head. Like, man, should I do it? But I really wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? I was just a little scared to jump back out there again because the other one failed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, man, I ain't really get far with the other one. I ain't really get nowhere with the other one for real. Even though I sold the shirts and stuff, it was like, man, that didn't really go how I wanted it. So it was just a little fear in me, you know what I'm saying? But when that happened, it was like, man, bro, these shirts crazy, bro. You spent $100, man. Anybody spend $100 on a T-shirt, but that gotta be something special. Yeah. People ain't giving out they hard-earned money like that these days. You know what I'm saying?
And I want y'all to hear that. Like, sometimes you're gonna get knocked down. Sometimes you're gonna think that you have something, and and other people may not be feeling it, or other people might see that you have something and you may not know that you have something. So when things ain't always working out, it's important that you look for those signs, which I think is incredible. So you got the sign, you said, all right, I got this $100, and now I'm going up from there.
And it went up from there. I sold the shirts, man, sold out, and they sold out. And man, I just been moving ever since, man. Like I just got my plan back into. I knew where I was going to go with it this time. Man, it's just been on ever since, man.
Now, was it still you repping the Pride gear? Or
No, this was something new. 89, I had drew a whole new logo. Man, I started everything from scratch, man. Started all over again, man. New name, new everything. And it just went. Like, it just grew a mind of its own, you know what I'm saying? And
what do you think would have happened? And obviously, there's no way of knowing, but what if you hadn't got on the phone with the homies and Brad wasn't like, let me get that $100?
Man,
was you going to open up the box at some point? And
yeah, I was going to do it at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to do it at some point. Yeah, they weren't just going to sit over there.
Because I think sometimes, man, when I'm really listening to your story and when I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at my own life and I'm thinking about things that I've done in my past where I'm like, I just needed some encouragement.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't all the way sure, just like with this podcast. And I want to just give a funny story about how I got with my man Los anyway. I got in his DM, bro. I ain't even going to play with you. I got in his DM. I shot him a message and I said, hey, man, I got this podcast going on. And his question to me was like, all right, do you got some videos you want to show me? Like, I don't have none. I ain't got none. You're going to be like, I'm getting my first season started. And sometimes you got to just have confidence and you got to have courage to go out there and get yourself started, man.
Yeah, you got to jump, man. You got to take that jump.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, I'm sitting down with him. He's sponsoring the show with his apparel. I'm like, you know, sometimes you just have those little things that are in there, and then next thing you know, you look up and it's happening. Now I'm sitting on the couch with you, and we having this conversation, man. So I really appreciate that, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
It means a lot, bro, for real. So you got that first batch out. You got them 24 shirts. Then what you start doing? What happened and how did it pick up?
It just picked up. Man, shout out to my neighborhood, man, to the east side, because before the city really started catching on to me, man, like this before I was even doing it on social media. Like I was just selling my stuff like the regular way, you know what I'm saying? People just started finding out in the neighborhood, like, man, Cole's got clothes, you know what I'm saying? He's selling clothes, like he make clothes now. So, man, people, man, the neighborhood was eating it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like, man, hey, yeah, I'm supporting.
Shout out to the east side for seeing something in your boy right there. That's what time it is.
Yeah, and the quality, you know what I'm saying? Like, my main thing was my quality from start to finish, you know what I'm saying? My quality, you know what I'm saying? That was the number one thing, because I know how I am about clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The quality is number one, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You feel good when that quality right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel like you spent your dollar right, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get no cheap stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I look at material, all of that stuff. Like all this was part of the vision when I went into the starting this brand. So I knew I wanted to take it, and I knew I was going to take it serious. You know what I'm saying? That go back to kind of what we at right now, because what you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, as soon as we walked in, I'm like, man, but he taking it serious, and I just love linking up with people who take their work serious, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people going to take you as serious as you take your own work. So, you know what I'm saying? So when people see you slacking, man, they not finna, the business going to slack. You know what I'm saying? They not finna take you serious.
Are y'all listening to that, man?
Yeah.
Did y'all catch that bar that he just dropped, man?
Yeah, man, that's fact.
They gonna take you as serious as you take yourself. If you out here playing around, switching and pooting, they gonna switch and poot on you too.
Yeah, big facts. It's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So I really respect what you doing, man. Like you say, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep telling you that, because, man,
I'm saying the same thing. No, I'm saying the same thing. Get you drink some of that water, but I think it's really important that you gotta believe in yourself, man. If you want other people to believe in you, you gotta believe in yourself, and then you gotta actually put the work in. All right, and I know I keep dwelling on this because I'm blown away by the fact that you taught yourself. So how did you get to learn about materials? Was it just based on the clothes that you was liking and you touching on them, you like, oh, that feels good? What is that?
Yeah. Just like you say, with stuff that I already had. Plus, when I got into it, like with manufacturers and stuff like that, they would send me stuff. I'd be like, man, send me this. I started requesting stuff, like, because I didn't know at first. I'm like, man, I'm so used to just regular cotton and all, but it's different types, it's different weights, it's so much stuff that go with it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I want this weight, because I know with vintage clothes, like you said, I like with vintage stuff too. If I'm not wearing my stuff, I'm wearing something old. So it's just the quality was just different in different clothes. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it is now with a lot of stuff you see today. It's rare. You know what I'm saying? So I would ask them, like, man, can you make this sticker? Can you send me this? Do y'all carry this? Do y'all carry this? They're like, man, he asked a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? But I was learning. You know what I'm saying? I was basically teaching myself. You know what I'm saying? I get stuff, I feel on it. Man, even stuff I wasn't using, even material I wasn't using, I still have it.
Were they paying you? I mean, were you paying for them to ship the stuff too?
Yeah.
So you would say, I'm gonna buy a shirt just so that you can feel what the material felt like.
Yeah, facts. And it got to the point where my business was so good, like they would just start sending me stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
just some samples.
Yeah, just start sending me stuff like, man, you like this. I'm like, man, yeah. So I'm already feeling on stuff and just finding out how different fabrics work, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff, man. All of that. So it's like kind of like just learning as I go.
Who did you hire, or how did you get into starting to distribute the stuff? Not distribute, but manufacture it and make it. Did you have a plug somewhere where you was like, man, let me just tap in with this printer, or did you have to source it and just start going and meeting different people?
Man, I had to meet different people. I took some losses. Like this the part people don't see.
Talk about them losses, bro.
Man, this the part.
Everybody see the end result, bro. Don't nobody know about them losses. Man, talk about it.
Yeah, I love telling this part because it's not an overnight thing, man. I know people look at
this didn't happen right away.
Because people look at you and think, man, it's just overnight, man. This stuff is not overnight, man. I had to go through a lot of losses with manufacturers that losing money, you know what I'm saying? Losing money with trying to see what other manufacturers got, and it ain't what you think it is. And you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't what the standards that you hold your brand to. So, man, you lose money, you know what I'm saying, until you find that right one. But when I did find the right one, man, I kept coming back. So, you know what I'm saying? They just started showing love, you know what I'm saying? Like, it got to the point where, like, one manufacturer I had, it was one thing. They was like, man, we can't change this. This is just what we sell. You know what I'm saying? This is how we sell it. And I used to ask them like, man, hey, man, y'all can't change this, or man, y'all can make this design like this. You can't do this like this. And it got to the point where, man, I was doing so good. Like I was selling so good, and coming back to them, it was like, man, you know what? Man, draw us something. You know what I'm saying? Just send us what you trying to do. So I started drawing my designs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I started drawing. They like, man, I gave it to them. They like, man, we can do it. I was like, oh, I'm in here now.
You started drawing your own designs?
Yeah, I draw my own designs, man. I draw my own designs, man.
Everybody always thinks that you gotta have like y'all. We ain't even 10 minutes into the show. Brother dropped so much, we can stop the show right now. And you should have enough information to get you where you're trying to go, because he's using his own talent. He ain't got some kind of fancy equipment that he's using. He's like, okay, I'm gonna just start sketching it out for you. Yep. And then next thing you know, is turning into it. So they weren't getting your brand right. The quality wasn't matching your brand. You found the manufacturer, or you found a group that you wanted to work with, and then did that become like an exclusive deal where you just start working with them exclusively, or were you still dibbling, dabbling, and always looking at other?
Always looking at other, always dibbling and dabbling, because it's different stuff. Like you might have a manufacturer that make hats the way you want them, you know what I'm saying? They might not make the socks right, you know what I'm saying? So it's different people that make different things with me. You know what I'm saying? Because one manufacturer might be good at one thing, they're not good at everything. Though. Okay. Like they like, they at top quality with these shirts, but they can't make hats. The hats ain't the right quality. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's certain people for certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? If you shop, some people good. They one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to people who actually designers that actually make their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm getting into now. Like man, that's the next level with sewing. Getting fabrics and sewing myself. I want to take the whole 9 yards, man. I want to learn. I'm really a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to leave nothing on the table.
I know that's right. So, and I think the more that you learn, the less that somebody can play you.
Exactly.
And can't nobody play you when you like, nah, I know how to do this, and I know how to get that done myself. Yeah. I like that. So when you drew out your designs and you drew out the logo, like yo, look at the logo, man. Yeah. Like the logo is so crazy. Where did that concept and where did that inspiration come from for the logo?
89. That's the year I was born. Special year. yeah, real special. So the triangle on there, that's really a pyramid. Okay. Yeah. It started as a pyramid because I'm into a lot of Egyptian stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love that kind of stuff. History, all that kind of stuff. The zigzag is kind of like a 90. That feel, that zigzag.
Ain't kind of like a throwback. It feels nostalgic. Yeah. Man. I feel like I'm rocking some old school. I feel like, let me tell you how I feel right now, man. Can I tell you how I feel? I feel like I'm the boss on the block right now. Man. I feel like I'm big dog on the block right now. I got the fresh gear on. Man. So you was trying to get us that retro feel.
That's the feel I wanted to give people, man. Okay. Like big dog, like man, this best quality. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we step out, man, like you gonna get noticed. Like eye catching, all of that. Okay. Like that's how I supposed. This ain't no regular sweat fit. Like when you see this sweat fit, you like, man, nah, but who made that?
For real.
Who made that, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you didn't just go nowhere and just grab that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm gonna wear this so much you're gonna be getting a lot of phone calls. People like, bruh, for real. Like I seen my man wearing that. So the design came from just some of your interests. You the historical, the year that you was born. You was trying to give us that old school '90s look.
Yeah.
Were you inspired at that time by those kind of characters that we're talking about?
A lot, yes, man. Like when I told you about Martin, Will Smith, I'm talking about from every detail, like from how the pants fit, from how shirts fit, like the measurements, like from the collar, you know what I'm saying? And no loose collars, you know what I'm saying? Like like everything, bro. Like, man, I just watch that stuff, just not even knowing I'm watching all of that kind of stuff. But it played a big role in when I make my clothes. You know what I'm saying? When I make my merch. So all of that played like real big roles, man. How I want my sweatpants to fit. Like all of that. Like even with that, it's not baggy, but it's still tailored a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want it vintage, but at the same time urban. Like it's up to date though. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make my brand special, because it's like a mixture. It's a mixture between vintage and now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah. So I feel like I specialize in that. Like I really done master putting those styles together. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's at, man.
So when you was a little dude, you was the little fresh dude at the school?
For sure.
When I was a little kid, I was raggedy, boy. I was like, wearing my sister's clothes. She was wearing my clothes. Not, shout out to my mom and dad. I ain't clowning y'all. None. Mom and dad was just doing the best that they could. But I know who you was as a little kid. You like, bruh, I always got the little fresh outfit on. Always got the fresh J's on. Always got all that.
And I'm gonna tell you what's so funny, man, because it's kind of like I got back to my roots for real. Because when I was in elementary school, like, man, my mom, we couldn't wear t-shirts to school. Like when kids was wearing t-shirts, man, we had to wear like my mom on the summertime. In the summertime, they used to go get like Bugle Boy, chaps. Like so, I was the one going to school with my shirt tucked in, with slacks, with a collar shirt. Like that was just how my mama dressed me. You know what I'm saying? Because but. Later on down the line, I'm like, man, they really presented you know what I'm saying? So my mama knew what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where I was like, man, I kind of tried to fit in at one point in time being a kid. Like, man, I don't want to wear this when I got older, like middle school. I was like, man, I want to wear t-shirts and wear baggy clothes. I want to wear, like, you know what I'm saying?
You want to get in
Yeah. But eventually, when I got back in high school and stuff, like, man, I kind of like lean back to it, like toward to it, like, man, that's part of you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be you know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna make you stand out. So,
talk to me a little bit about your line. What are you offering?
Oh man, we got hats, sweat fit, shirts, man, hockey jerseys. Like, man, it's urban, man. Like, it's like the dopest urban gear you can wear right now, man. To me, man, there's just so much. It's so many ideas that I have, man, that I just can't wait to bring to life, man. But we even got sneakers, man. Like the sneakers come out on September 23rd. I finally got the sneakers. Yeah, man, it took a long time to get these sneakers right, but that's the next big thing. And I'm so excited about these sneakers, man.
So talk to us about the shoes that you got coming out, man. I know that's important to you.
Oh, man, the shoes, man, I'm going to tell you, like, growing up, man, before I was even in the clothes, man, it was sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I was in
So you a sneakerhead?
Big sneakerhead, man, big sneakerhead.
Shout out to all the sneakerheads out there, man.
Yeah. They usually don't like to call it sneakerhead, but, man, I say sneakerhead. They got, like, other words for it now, like, other little stuff they be using now. I be on sites and stuff, like, man, that's different. But, but, yeah, man, I started out, man, I love sneakers, man. Me and my homeboy, from when I was young, man, we just love sneakers, man. We was the type to go to school and trade shoes. Like, you wear mine, I wear one of yours because I couldn't get both on. Yeah. So, I had a friend like that. So, man, we just love Jordans, man. Grew up a real big Michael Jordan fan. So, I say, like, it started out with Jordans. Like, that was always big growing up. Yeah. Like, we was talking about that kind of stuff when we was young. So, that's kind of like the first stage of just the passion for sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So, man, years down the line, man.
Now you making it your own. Man.
Yeah, man. It was something.
That's crazy how it's coming full circle.
Yeah.
What would your 10-year-old Los, like, if he saw you right now, what would he think about you?
Man, for a 10-year-old Los, I was like, that's a dope man right there, man. I want to do that. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to do something like that. I want to do that.
What were you into when you was a kid? Because clearly you weren't designing clothes and you weren't doing that. Like, what kind of kid were you when you was growing up?
Basketball, man. I was like any other kid, man. I wasn't no perfect kid. You know what I'm saying?
He was bad, y'all. That's what you're trying to say. The boy was bad as hell.
Dead bad. But just getting into stuff, man. Like you say, nothing too crazy, but just kids, like, we still had respect, but you know what I'm saying, just being a kid, man. But I used to love basketball. Like I said, I just love sneakers, man. I grew up in the era where you enjoyed being a kid. We didn't have to grow up too fast.
Man, I look at like the kids today. They don't know how to play outside like we played outside.
Man, everybody was outside.
We was outside like we had to go outside.
You had to go outside.
You wasn't able to my mom was like, go outside. You wasn't, and it wasn't nothing like getting that knock on the door. Nah. Can Tark come outside and play? We'd be like, Mama, I got my room is done and all my chores is done. We was outside, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I got a question I wonder for you. Just talking about your childhood. How would your kids fare in your house growing up?
Ooh,
if you took your kids from where they are today and you put them back in your house, like tomorrow they woke up and they was in your house, how would they feel?
Man, they'll be getting their behind whooped. Man. They wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't make it. Because my mama didn't play, man. Like, my mama raised me and my brother by herself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Single mom, but man, she didn't play. You know what I'm saying? And what I meant by I got to really enjoy being a kid was, man, my mom.
All right, thank you all for joining the show. Just a quick reminder, if you like the content that you're receiving and you want to help us out, we really would appreciate that. If you want to help, you can go to our Cash App, which is $, the Pro Formula, or you can go to our Patreon account, which is patreon.com/the Pro Formula. Thank you so much. Your support means the world to us.
Held a lot by ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So we never wanted for nothing.
Yeah.
Man, we still got everything we wanted, man. Shout out to my mama, man.
Shout out mama.
Strong lady, man. Strongest lady I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she did it all, man. We grew up, me and my brother, we weren't perfect, but man, we came out dope, man. Like, we came out dope, but and shout out my mama, man.
Your mama. I think for me, when I think about like how my kids would fare, ultimately they would have got it because you would have to survive, but the lips would have been, I'm talking about smacked up.
Y'all know that.
Because they sucking their lips, they breathing in and out every time you ask them to do something. Mama was not repeating herself.
At all,
if my mama repeated herself, it was an ass whooping on the other end.
And I was getting jabbed in the chest, man. I was getting, man, my mama didn't play, man. My mama 6'1", man. Like all this my mama was the tall mama. Like, when she came up to the school, people knew that was my mama.
They lost mama.
Man, that's your mom here, man. Like, they knew that was my mama. Like, nah, my mama didn't play, nah. My mama didn't play, man.
How would you do in today's world? If you was a kid growing up in 2023, how would you fare?
Oh, man. Man, it's kind of hard because they attached to these phones, man. Like, I don't know, but I was a real kid that liked to play games and stuff like that. So I think I would have probably adapted to what they do now. But I think we was just a little tougher, man. Because we, you know what I'm saying, we used to get into stuff a lot.
Man, my kids can't get it, like going to school. I remember just trying to get fresh going to school and then getting told, oh, you look ugly or whatever. And you had to overcome that, getting into a scrap. And you done took a fade, and then you gotta go to school tomorrow. It ain't like, oh, I'm about to shoot you up or nothing like that. It was like, shoot, he got me today. I might have to get him back tomorrow. We might run that fade back. But I think if I was in this world, like growing up in today's society, I'd be probably on top. Social media,
man.
Come on, bro.
All we did was like growing up, man. We used to rank a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had tough skin, man.
For sure.
Man, I learned that quick. You know what I'm saying?
Clowning on somebody right now, talking about somebody's mama or talking about their gear.
You might die.
They might go home and try to I'm getting bullied. And I want to make sure that y'all don't think I'm making fun of nobody. I'm not making fun of them. We're just talking about how it would have been. And with social media, we was going from our school to their school to this school to that school, and we was popping.
Yeah.
Like if I would have had social media, I don't even know. I'm thankful I didn't have it.
Yeah. I'm glad we have it.
I'm glad we had it too. Where the phones, where they recording everything, boy, I would have been in some trouble.
Man, listen, man. It's like you said, it's different, man. Different time, man.
What was it like growing up on the east side of Duval County?
Man, it was different because earlier, man, like the early days, man, I came on the north side. Like we stayed on the north side. So by the time we got to the east side, man, it was a whole other world, man.
What's it like on the east side? For those that's not from this region and not from Jacksonville, I mean, we all get neighborhoods and toughness and all that, but what's it like growing up on the east side in Jacksonville?
Man, it was different, but it's very family oriented too, for real. Like it's a lot of like togetherness out there as well. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a history. The streets is the streets. You know what I'm saying? But before that, like you got Florida Avenue. What a lot of people don't even know is, man, back in the day, Florida Avenue was that was really the spot in Jacksonville for black people. You know what I'm saying? They had everything. It was kind of like a Black Wall Street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? But they had everything. You can get everything at the washer mat. They had grocery stores, furniture stores, all that was right on Florida Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Before all the stuff happened, later on. But man, it's just a special place for real, man. Like, man,
was it poor? Was it middle class? Was it how was it grown? Not necessarily growing up, but what was the people around you? What were they into?
Yeah, it's kind of like from the history, because my grandma grew up on the east side as well. She was on Evergreen when she was a child, but a good middle class, like from the history of it. But eventually as names rolled on, it went down. You know what I'm saying? You still had good parts of the east side. You know what I'm saying? But you still had a lot of crime that started. Between the 80s, 90s. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff with crime started coming into the area and all that kind of stuff. And like you say, with today, it kind of rolled off today. They call it gangs now, but it used to be neighborhood wars and stuff like that. So all that stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, between all of that, man, it's still a lot of love out there, man. It's a lot of love on the east side, man. Like, it's a lot of love on the east side, man. They stick together for real. Like we go through all this stuff, but man, people come together. The east side come together at the end of the day. So man, I'm always proud of my neighborhood. We're not perfect, man, but man, I love the east side, man, with everything given. You know what I'm saying? Now,
how is it now that you're a professional and you out here selling clothes and selling your designs? And it might be a brother on the north side, or I don't know if it's the west side or the south or whatever. Like, are you comfortable going into those other communities and dealing with those other people? Because there's some communities that's like, where I grew up in Denver, man, we got two communities, bro, that's at each other. And you can't really, it's either you rocking on this side or you rocking on that side. Mm-hmm. And this side don't rock with that side don't rock with this side. Now that you are professional, you out there, is this that same kind of dynamic, or are you got love on
I got love everywhere, man. I get love everywhere, man. And my brand is for everybody, man. It's for everybody. Like I said, it's bigger than Jacksonville to me. Like, I never saw just Jacksonville when I started this brand. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's always part of the vision. Like, man, I always say, man, it's the vision to take the brand to Japan. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger, man. Like, I see bigger than this, man. I just
Vision will take your brand to Japan, y'all. Is this man a rapper, a poet? What is he? He got a whole bunch of sayings, but like, I want to stop y'all real quick, and I want y'all to hear what he's talking about. He's talking about his vision. He said the word vision probably 10 times so far throughout this conversation, that he had a vision. You guys have got to see where you want to go in order to get there. Yeah. I'm not from Jacksonville. If I had not put the GPS in my phone, I wouldn't have been able to make it here. Mm-hmm. So you got to have a roadmap, and you got to be able to get there. Where did that vision come from, bro? Because I doubt that there was people around you that was designing clothes.
Yeah, it wasn't. It came from, man, just doing what I love to do, man. When I got to a point in life, like, man, I was down, man. Like, not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even saying like homeless or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But mentally, you know what I'm saying? I was missing something. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to have a sit down with myself, and I was like, man, I'm missing something, man. Carlos, what you love to do, man? Like, this 9 to 5 just ain't, I got a family, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? Super blessed, man. Grateful for the things that I have, but I was missing something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, what I used to do? So I said, man, what was the first thing that made me happy? I was like, when I was a child, man, I had to go back that far. Like, I was in that kind of mindset. So I'm like, man, I used to draw. So I started drawing. So that's how it all started. You know what I'm saying? I started feeling it again. I'm like, man, dang, all right. Let me start drawing this logo, man. Let me see if I can jump back into this, man. And
what did you like to draw when you was a kid?
I mean, I used to draw everything, man. Like shoes, man. Shoes.
This dude was a designer when he was a kid. He didn't know he was a designer. He did not know he was a designer when he was a kid.
We used to draw shoes, man. We used to draw shoes. Me and my homeboy. We used to draw shoes, man, and cartoon characters, and you know what I'm saying, just stuff like that. It was a real stress reliever for me when I was a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was something, I wouldn't say a stress reliever, but just like a safe, like, you know, I just call it a safe place. Like, I felt good just drawing. Yeah. So, man, when I got back into that, man, and I thought about it, man, and just my passion for clothes and shoes, I'm like, man, if I could do this for a living, man, that's what you gotta ask yourself, man. If you could do something for a living, man, if you could do something for a living and get paid for it, you know what I'm saying? What would you do for real? What would you do? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people gonna pick something that they love to do for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Something that they can do naturally.
It's funny, I just was saying, and I've said it probably in multiple episodes, so you guys have heard it, but I was recently at a conference, and they said your gift is what is easy to you but it's hard for others.
Thanks.
It says your gift is what's easy to you but it's hard for others. And so if you hear what this brother's saying is he started off, he had to go back to what his gift was. He was gifted when he was a kid doing this. And it was fun for him and he loved it. How much does love play a part in what you're doing?
Man, you gotta love what you're doing because it won't last. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get bored. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just doing it for the money, or you're just doing it for other reasons that's really not fulfilling to your spirit, you know what I'm saying, or what God put in you to do, man, it's not gonna last, you know what I'm saying? That's why when people say, man, you got the talent, but you didn't make it because, you know what I'm saying, you really didn't love it for real, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have a love for it, but you might have a natural talent, but the dude who had the real passion for it, he probably wasn't even that raw for real, but he just couldn't stop because the passion drove him, the love drove him for real. He really had the love of the game.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you see a lot of people like, man, dang, he was raw in basketball, but man, why he never go far? You talk to people like, man, I was raw, but man, they'll tell you, they're like, man, I just didn't feel like doing it no more. Just basically really had a love for it. So when you got the love or the passion for something, man, what you gonna do? You're not finna stop.
Yeah.
Even if you stop, you're gonna jump back on.
I think when you love something, it's gonna drive you towards doing it. You can't quit.
Yeah, you can't quit.
You can't quit when it's something that you love. And I call that your why too. Your reason why you're doing something. Like what's the reason behind what you're ultimately doing? And when it's I want to feed my family, or I love making clothes, or I love, whatever that is, I would encourage y'all. It ain't just me, it's also my man Los encouraging you. Find your passion, find what you love to do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, man, you're not gonna do this. And that's what really got me started with this podcast is, one, I'm a leader and I'm a leader developer. I know how to help leaders grow.
Yeah.
I know that. And then two, I'm a natural encourager. That's one of my gifts is to encourage people. And so I want to be able to promote my brother over here who's doing his thing. And I want to be able to promote my videographer and the people that's out here doing their thing so that we can all be fulfilled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that ultimate fulfillment is something that's really important to me, man. I appreciate that. I want to talk a little bit about what if you sat down with 10-year-old Los? And you could just for one day, you a grown man right now, but you going back in time to go talk to him. What's some advice that you would give him?
The first thing, stick with your passion, stick with what you love to do, help others. Whatever you do, find a way to help. Always find a way to help others with what you do, and do research, and learn the financial part. I would say get ready to learn the financial part of what you love to do. Because
we didn't get that in school, right?
We didn't get that in school, man. We did, man. Learn the financial part of when you find out what you want to do and you feel like you can make $1 off it and you come out with a plan for real, man, get the financial support and literacy you need.
Where did that come from for you? How did you develop that and grow that?
With just learning it as I go, because I had a hustle mentality. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it at first like you say, you get business loans and all that kind of stuff. But when I first started, man, I'm flipping it like
you working.
Yeah, like I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm on the block or so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm flipping it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to take out nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm gonna grind it up first. But it's smart. You know what I'm saying? To learn how to get business loans and learn how to use your money so you don't have to spend your money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you start getting to that avenue where you know what you bringing in, your revenue or what you bringing in a month or in a couple months or every year, man, work that out and then you can figure out how to spend their money. You know what I'm saying?
We call that OPM, other people's money.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna in front, that's Dom Kennedy. That's my man out there. Shout out Dom Kennedy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dom Kennedy, but we talking about other people's money. I appreciate that. I think sometimes we was raised not to really use credit.
Yep.
We was raised not to go get loans, things like that. But then the people that was giving us that advice, guess what? They didn't really have no money. They didn't have good credit. And so I think sometimes you got to consider the source. I always say CTS, consider the source. The person that's talking to you or giving you that advice, are they successful business owners? Have they ever built a brand?
There you go.
Because the money that is costing you to develop these clothes and to get a SKU out there and to get that going, if you had somebody else putting that money up, it would be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
It would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
A lot stressful, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
So we in today, we talking about where you are today, Los. First off, man, I gotta say it again, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. It's just, you're really self-made. You really self-taught. That's why I'm proud of you. I think going to college, I love it. I got a college degree, but you learn from an authentic perspective. You looked at it, you said, no, I don't like how that feels. You touched it, you said, that don't feel like how I want to feel. You said, like, I don't want to have my neck looking that way. I want it to be that way. So I want to just let you know I'm very proud of you. I want you to talk about what's your daily schedule look like? Like, what is it? What do you do day in and day out? Because a lot of successful people, a lot of people that are trying to get to that next level of success, they haven't necessarily defined a clear routine. I just wonder, have you put together a routine that you stick to, or something that you do that you like? Yo, this is what I do throughout the course of the day. What's that look like for you?
It's busy, man. Like I said, I had 2 kids. So I'm a father too, so you know what I'm saying, that's in its own, that's a lot of energy, you know what I'm saying? I'm a father, and I'm an everyday father, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out to the everyday dad.
Yeah, everyday dad. Like and what a lot of people don't know is I actually still work my 9-to-5 job.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I'm basically working 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs, you know what I'm saying? So and I go to work even when I'm at work, you know what I'm saying? Like I be, cause I work from home. So man, it's days where I be, man, I'm at home, man, them little breaks I get, man, I'm doing my other job. Then when I get off of my 9-to-5, man, I'm working this.
Yeah.
I'm working on this job, you know what I'm saying? So it can outweigh this job one day, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yeah, it's busy, bro. It's busy. Every day is something, man. Every day is something, man. You got to research. You got to still make designs, man. You got to see what's going on in the fashion world. You still got to stay in tune to the streets, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, put your touch on a lot of stuff. So, man, you got to stay on your toes with a lot of stuff, man. So my daily routine is crazy.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm working a 9-to-5 as well, and shout out Envision. And really what I understand is, like, I'm also realizing that I'm using the skills that I have in my normal job, and I'm using those in my business as well. So, like, for example, I was out in Dallas this week, and I was presenting on the leadership pathway that I developed, and it's a leadership training program that I put together recently. And I'm teaching new leaders, and I'm teaching existing leaders on how to become better leaders within their organization. I got done there. Guess what? I booked it across town. I'm in Dallas, bro. I'm not from Dallas. I left there. I found a studio out there in Dallas.
Wow.
I networked with a brother out there in Dallas. I did 4 interviews earlier this week in Dallas. As soon as I got done working at my normal job, I got off and I started working on my other job. Mm-hmm. And so I think that that's important, that people understand that until your dream is able to bubble, that's what we call it, bubbling, and take off, you still got to bring some money in because them kids still need to eat.
Facts, man. Facts.
What's it going to take for you to do this full time? Not hating on the employer or nothing like that, but what's it going to take for you to be able to take this business and do it full time?
When they get out to the world, man, because I want everybody to want it, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have a brand. You know, some people say, man, it's kind of ventured toward a certain audience. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it started out like that, but you know what I'm saying? You want your style to be embraced by everybody, man. Yeah. Even if they, you know what I'm saying, don't wear it or anything, man, you still want them to be a part of it, some kind of way. So I just want to touch lives, man. Like you say, man, like how you put that on it, man, it make you feel good.
Did you see how I was feeling? I was walking around like
man,
I was...
Bro, that's everything to me, man. I like when people really put on my clothes and feel fresh, man. Like, man, dang, man, I feel like, man, I can go anywhere with this. Like, man, man, I feel fresh, man. Like, this ain't no regular stuff I got on, you know what I'm saying? This ain't just no regular T-shirt, you know what I'm saying? A regular sweat fit, man. Like, and I love that feeling, man. I love that, man. Like, I love it, man.
How long is it gonna take you before you are doing this? If you had to put yourself on the clock or on a calendar and say in the next 2 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, like when do you think you're gonna have the whatever you think you need to have in order to do this full time?
With marketing and how the vision I got right now, man. I give it 2. Like, man, probably like 2, man, before it really, you know what I'm saying, like, get to the point where I'm like, man, I'm out of here.
And you willing to put the work in over the 2 years to do that?
Yeah, man, because I know what I need. I know the stuff I need. And it go back to, like you say, with just learning how to do stuff myself, too, learning how to sew, learning how to screen print, you know what I'm saying, learning how to do all of that, man, because, man, all of that's going to play a part in me moving and going higher.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. I'm leveraging my normal job to be able to do this. I dipped into my 401k to get the money to shoot season 1. That's how the season is getting shot, bro. It ain't like I just got money coming out the tree.
Exactly, man.
I got 6 kids. I'm feeding a bunch of kids. I just dropped a couple kids off in college, and I knew I gotta, bro. I could see it, Los.
No, I can feel it, man.
I can see it.
That's why I told you that, man. When I ran into you, man, I can feel it on you, man. I said, man, this dude got a vision, bro. You got a vision, man. You gonna get there.
No, I appreciate it. I'm on my way, and I'm like, but if I didn't have my normal gig, I might not have been able to have the means to do. I just said I was in Dallas for my job.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, since I'm gonna be out there in Dallas, instead of me going back to my hotel room and eating and going to sleep, I said, why don't I'm a grinder.
Yeah, me too,
I grew up gritting. I ain't even gonna front. I grew up gritting it. Shout out to Hoffman Heights, where I'm from, man. And we some gritters out there in Hoffman Heights, man, where I'm from, bro. And so I take that same kind of attitude into this. Mm-hmm. But so what do you say to those people that's like, I got my normal job, I don't have enough time to work on my business? What you say to that?
Ain't no excuses, man. You gotta make time. Gotta make time. How bad you want it, man.
Yeah.
How bad you really want it, man.
Cause I be seeing the homies that be playing video games. How you playing video games? You ain't following your dream.
What, man?
How you playing video? How you at the club? You ain't following your dream.
Yeah, you ain't doing that, man.
You doing everything else, but you ain't doing your dream.
Why you doing that? Somebody working right now. Somebody on it right now. Why you sleeping? Somebody working. Somebody like, man, tonight I ain't going to sleep, man. I feel like I gotta get this done.
Yeah.
I gotta get this done, man. I gotta get these orders out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working I find it like I said, I'll be in Orlando. I got episodes that I'm shooting in Orlando tomorrow. I'm just around the clock with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to ask you an honest question, man, brother to brother, man to man. How do you still find time to be present as a dad? Because when you work in your normal gig, you out here grinding. I'm taking time away from your family, like right now. So shout out to my man Los' family. Thank y'all so much for letting him spend some time with me today. This is everything to me. How do you still find time to lock in with them kids and lock in with the family?
Man, that time I get, man, like that's daytime. It go back to it's a routine schedule with what I have. So I know the times that's family time. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff, man, because at the end of the day, man, you don't want to be too caught in your grind where you missing that time. Yeah. Because you'll look back and you know how fast these kids, they'll be out the home and be like, man, you ain't really could have got a deeper relationship with them, you know what I'm saying? But don't lose focus of that too. So I always tell people it's balance, man. It's all about balance. You know what I'm saying? Because if you, like say, man, you don't want to miss that time with family, man. You don't want to get too caught up in your grind. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people,
it's hard not to, though.
Yeah, it's hard not to. It's sacrifice, man. It's a lot of sacrifice in it. But the time that you do have, man, you just gotta you gotta be present, man. You gotta be present. Like my kids know what I like to do. Like I know my kids, they like to go to the movies, man. I make a lot of time for them too, man. Same way I schedule for my grind, I schedule with my kids as well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way. I just I was tired last night. I just flew back in. I knew I had to drive 2 hours to get out here today so I can get this cracking. But I told wifey, I said, let's go out to dinner tonight. She was like, baby, you should go get some rest. You tired? I was like, nah, but I know you need me. Yeah. Before I flew out there to go to Dallas, my daughter, we needed to, we just got her a car she just turned 17. We just got her a car. And wifey was like, she said before I went to the airport, she was like, well, I guess I got to go, gotta go see about this car. But she was really saying, baby, I need you to go with me to see about this car, because you're going to be the one hacking with him and you're going to be the one talking with it. And so I said, you know what? My flight boarded at 9:25. Y'all, this is no lie. My flight boarded at 9:25. We left the dealership at 9 o'clock. I got to the airport at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
And I just said, because if I miss this, and we missed this opportunity on this car that wifey did all this research to find him, what kind of man am I?
Yeah, you played that, bro.
I'm like, what that gonna look like? So I got there in time. Luckily, TSA didn't hold me up. I was able to get on the flight. I hate wasting time anyway, so I don't want to sit in the airport and just be sitting around, just waiting around. So I think he just said something that I want to make sure you understand. Stop making excuses.
Yeah, man.
Would you please stop making excuses, and would you start prioritizing the things that's important? You can be a great parent. You can be a great business owner. If you're working a 9 to 5, work your 9 to 5 and go hard at your 9 to 5 until you're able to break off. But stop making excuses, because you ain't gonna get nowhere making no excuses.
And another thing, man, it's never the perfect time.
Oh, what'd you say?
It's never the perfect time.
Okay.
Never the perfect time, man. A lot of people out there sitting on their dreams because they waiting on the perfect time, bro. It's never the perfect time. You'll never get that. It's never the perfect time. Do it now, man. Just do it. Just do it, man.
I love that, man. It's like, listen, you can you can wait on the perfect time and then you'll realize it never comes, and then you're going to look back and you're going to say, damn, I could have done this, I should have done that. No, just do it now.
Do it.
Especially while you still got a little bit of energy.
Trying to tell you.
Because you know, we getting up there, we getting older.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you ain't as strong as you used to be. You ain't as fast as you used to be. You're not as nimble as you used to be. While you still got that burning desire and you still got that energy, go get it. One of my favorite books, The Alchemist, y'all. I love this book. If you never read it, go check The Alchemist out. They say that the universe conspires to give you what you want. The universe is going to work together to try to figure out how I can make Los's dream come true.
Yeah.
But if you waiting, you're going to stop hearing or stop seeing those signs. Like when your partner called you, he was like, what's that in the corner? It wasn't like he was like, hey, bro, I got this going on. He was like, what you got back there? Oh, and then you saw that opportunity and said, okay, I got to jump on it. So y'all take advantage of the opportunities that you have before it's too late. I want y'all to see it on my show first, man. I got something special that I want y'all to check out. It's a Pro Formula premiere and exclusive. We got these new shoes, the Los 89,000s that we got to premiere, and I want you to take a look at those. Man, so I know you got that. I know you got some new shoes that's dropping that you're super proud of. September 23rd, the 89,000, the Los 89,000s, man.
Correct.
So talk to us a little bit about it, man. And can you reveal them today on the show? It's a premiere, man.
Got to.
Let's see what you got, man.
So, man, it came about with, like I said, my first, my passion was sneakers. So it started with just drawing up stuff, man, drawing it up. But my favorite Nike shoe, one of my favorite Nike shoes was the Air Force 3s, Air Force 1s. So, you know, I like Nike Dunk. So I kind of took off some of the silhouette of an Air Force 3, added a dunk sole, and I just changed a lot of perspectives of the shoe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of wanted to make it a lifestyle shoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it still kind of give you that basketball feel, that high top feel, and that vintage feel.
Yeah.
Like that late 80s, early 90s feel. So I kind of like combined all that into one.
Where would somebody wear these shoes at?
Oh, man, you can wear them anywhere, man. You can style with them.
Okay.
Man, you can wear them around the streets, man. You can really do your thing with them, man. It's a lifestyle shoe, man.
All right, well, I want y'all to see the box first, man. The box, the brother's packaging is so fire. Check that out, y'all. That's the truth. All right, I'm gonna let you. This is your thing, man. So I'll let you reveal the shoe to us, man.
Yeah.
Yo, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Get ready for these, y'all.
Box, man.
Check the box out, y'all. That's fly. The Los 89,000s.
Yeah, man. And you give that, you know what I'm saying, that vintage feel. You know what I'm saying, from the pictures on it, you know what I'm saying, to give that feel.
You still getting the logo. The logo, I can't get past the logo. The logo crazy, man.
Yeah, it is, man. And you got the Los 89,000 paper, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you got your shoe cover. Like, show y'all the magic, man. That's it, man.
I see the Air Force One and the Dunk kind of influence, but it's got its own little style.
Yeah, and I changed like certain ways this cut, like just certain ways. Yeah. Nice tumbled leather. Crazy suede.
The suede,
crazy, man. And of course that corduroy just catch your eyes all back, man.
The corduroy crazy, y'all.
Yeah, the corduroy catch you all back, man. You got the logo on the back.
Oh yeah.
You got the Los 89,000 logo, man, and you got the obviously the dope hang tag, the acrylic hang tag. So it's hard too, man. Dope.
Yeah, bro.
Dope, man.
Beautiful shoe, bro.
Yes, man. You got the 89 Los Originals logo. Tumbled leather, man. Soft, man. Keep your ankles right. You know, it's a real high top shoe, so you gotta have your ankles soft. You know what I'm saying? When it's up on you like that. So, man, it give you that feel. Man, I love the suede though, man. I just love every aspect of the sneaker, man.
So when are they gonna be able to cop those, and how they gonna cop those?
Man, these gonna be available on September 23rd on the website. So you'll be able to go to my website, 89losoriginals.com, and cop You know what I'm saying? We got full-size run too, man. They go from a 4 to a 15.
Come on now, with your big old feet.
Yeah. Because the women was on me for real. Like before, when I started doing snippets of these, man, they was like, man, you have small sizes? Man, they go all the way down to a size 4, man. But the dope thing about these, if everybody who know about my brand, man, everything is very limited. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have something special. These will not release again. When I release one color, they not released again. I don't do re-releases or anything. Even with my clothes, I don't restock anything because it keep me creative. So,
but what if you just got an overwhelming? That's too late.
If it's crazy now, then I probably do something like that. Like
y'all better hurry up and go get these.
Yeah, shoes, so man, this is a special shoe. This is the first. Yeah, this is the first one, man. So man, this is very special, man. And I got a surprise too.
Let's hear it.
I was gonna say, man, I got a surprise for y'all when y'all open the box too. But y'all see that when you cop the shoe, man.
You gotta get the shoe first.
Yeah, you gotta get the shoe, man.
What does it mean to you to put out your own shoes, bro?
Man, it's everything, man. It's like a childhood dream, man. It's like this big to me, man. Like,
you see the smile on his brother's face right now? He is so proud.
I am, man. I'm very proud of myself. Now, and it's hard for me, man. A lot of people tell me to be proud of myself because I get caught up in my work and I just start moving with a lot of things, man. But this is a milestone for me, man. Especially with this brand, like this is a big milestone for me, man. Just to release a sneaker, man. Like this crazy, man.
With
like,
the corduroy joint on this thing, that is silly,
it's
bro.
It's crazy, man, and it's a dope shoe, man. Like if this was not my brand, and I seen this shoe, man, I know I would have this shoe. I know for a fact I would buy this shoe.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I got a lot of surprises, man. So y'all definitely want to grab these, man. It's a special shoe of the brand, man. All the fans of the brand, new and old, man, y'all gonna love these, man. Good quality shoe, even, man. You can feel the weight on it, man.
This like a real,
ain't no
raggedy shoe, y'all. This is like a real high quality shoe, man. Y'all need to get with my man. Shout out your website one more time so they know.
Man, the website 89losoriginals.com.
And then what's the Instagram?
The Instagram 89 Los Originals at 89 Los Originals.
Y'all get with my man and check out his new gear. In addition to your shoes, bro, what else you got going on? What can the people expect from you?
Oh man, we got the Bangham drop. We got some new stuff coming with the Bangham. If you don't know what that is, that's man, I'm gonna give y'all the backstory to this too, man.
Let's hear it.
Because a lot of brands make Jaguar gear now, but I'm gonna give you the reason behind mine. So when I first started the Bangham Jaguar gear, it was when the Jaguars was having their worst season. They actually had their worst season when I started. So when I dropped those shirts that season, that was like 3 years ago. I think it was 3 seasons ago, 2-3 seasons ago, when they had the worst season, the Jaguars had their worst season. So when I dropped them, I didn't think they would sell, man, but it let me know how we got real fans in Jacksonville. Because they wasn't even winning, man. Them shirts sold out. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't even winning. So that was big to me. That was real big to me. But I call that drop. That's a collection spinoff to 89 Los Originals. You know what I'm saying?
So the Bangham is a whole different.
That's a whole other collection. Yeah, it's a whole other. It's with the brand, but it's a different. It grew a mind of its own, so it's its own collection.
Okay.
And I got a surprise with that coming up too, man. That's why y'all need to tune in with the Jag. Shout out to the Jaguars, man.
Shout out to the Jacksonville.
Yeah, some
Jaguars.
good stuff coming. So shout out to the Jaguars, but the Bangham, that's a big saying in Jacksonville. So man, that brand, that collection mean a lot to me, man, because of my love for the Jaguars. Like that's how that came about. So y'all can definitely look forward to some new stuff with that coming on the way. And of course, man, more gear, man. And it's some dope merch dropping with these sneakers. It's some dope merch.
You know he gonna put some dope merch with it.
It's some dope merch, man.
He gonna put some.
I'm talking about, we have the socks, the hats. Man, there's some dope merch to go with these sneakers, man. So you're not just getting the sneaker this round. Like, you're not just getting the sneakers, so it's a lot more coming with these sneakers. So y'all definitely need to tune in, man. 29th, y'all definitely need to tune in.
All right, so I got this segment that's called Settle the Score. You down to go down there with me so we can settle the score once and for all?
Got to.
All right, man. So who had a greater impact on the culture? Was it Dr. Martin Luther King or Malcolm X?
Malcolm X to me, man.
Why?
Malcolm X was just like, man, get it done type. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was action.
He was play no games.
Yeah, he was play no action. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
I like when he said we're not violent with people who are not violent with us, but we violent with those who are violent with us. He was saying we ain't tripping unless you tripping.
Unless you tripping.
You tripping, I'm tripping. We on.
Facts.
All right, so we agree on that one. Next one. This one's a highly controversial, bro. This is gonna let me know if we can stay friends or not. Is it Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael Jordan, it ain't even nothing. It ain't nothing. That's not even a debate.
Yeah, that's not it. Come on, y'all. Anybody?
But I respect LeBron game. But
Absolutely.
Man,
Is LeBron better than Kobe? That might be closer for you.
Oh, that's even that, man. Like Kobe was, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like LeBron, like number 3 to me.
Yeah, he's number 3 right now. But you know what's hard about that one, man? You know why I would say LeBron too? Why that one is so hard? Because LeBron got his own identity. Like Kobe mimicked Michael.
Yeah.
He mimicked Michael. You can't mimic.
Yeah.
You can't mimic LeBron.
Yeah. Put your head down, trying to run somebody over. Man, you can't make up 6'8". You can't. Yeah. Oh boy, LeBron, I love you. I want you to know. If you ever catch this episode, I want you to know I love you. But I'm still going with Jordan.
Yeah, they head to head with that one, with Kobe and LeBron, but man, Jordan all day.
All right, here we go. If you had an opportunity to go visit somewhere, money wasn't an issue. You can go vacation wherever you wanted to. Are you going to LA or are you going to New York?
New York. I love New York, man.
New York's fire.
I went to New York for the first time in February, man. I felt like I was home.
Yeah. I still got to go Cali. I'm still
Me
West.
too. I still got to go Cali too, bro.
I'm West. That's me. Now, if you reading a book, would you rather read a book or would you rather listen to a book?
Read.
Would rather read a book?
I don't know, man. Read. That's a hard one too, man.
I like reading books, bro. It's hard for me to. I like listening to books too, but I find myself getting distracted sometimes. Like listening to them. So I'm like, I gotta get back on and get my reading on.
It ain't your speed too. Like when you be listening, it be a different type of speed.
Yeah.
I
gotta be in a place.
Read.
Now, here's the last question. If you had an opportunity to go on a vacation, are you gonna do a nightlife or are you gonna do a beach resort?
Nightlife.
He want to still tear the town up and tear the club up. You might catch Los out east, out here in Duval County, baby.
Nightlife beautiful, man.
Yeah, I like the nightlife too, but I'm on that beach, man. I need some sand.
Yeah.
Y'all do not miss out on this opportunity to get this exclusive gear from our man Carlos at 89 Los Originals, y'all. I was gonna ask him if I could have a pair, but he only got a 12, and that ain't my size. That's what's up. I want to just thank you, bro, for your time today, man. I hope that y'all caught the jewels that I caught. Just don't give up, man. Keep going. Now is the time. It's not going to be a more perfect time to get after your dream than it is right now. So thank you so much for your time today.
Man.
Much love, much appreciation, y'all. And that wraps up this episode of the Pro Formula Podcast. I look forward to rocking and rolling with y'all next time. Peace be on to each of y'all, man. Take care.